Alright, now that we got the basics down, we're going to be changing the font, well, the default font for our web page. So if we take this index page and open it with Internet Explorer, you'll see what the text looks like right here, and of course right there. So what we want to do is make this a bit more unique. Now there's a few different fonts that can be used on the internet, but one thing to keep in mind though is that it's limited, and the reason for that is that you have to have the font installed on your computer for it to be visible, and not all computers have an awesome font that you've seen on the internet actually installed. Therefore, you have to use a web-safe font such as Helvetica or Times New Roman, which is the default. This is what Times New Roman looks like. All internet browsers, as far as I know, default to that, so you don't have to put that in there, although you can if you want, but there's really no point to it. So to change it, you just go into the CSS page, and in the body you're just going to do font dash family colon and then the name of it. Now right here I have a list of all the different ones. These are basically the CSS code, I guess, for all of these different ones. As you can see, they have a lot of different ones. They got anything from Arial to wingdings and webdings. So how about we try webdings? So what we're going to do, if we look at this, is you put the name first and then the actual family of it, and we'll get to what that is in a second. So then webdings, comma, and then sans dash serif, like that. Basically, if we, well, I'll put this link in the description so you guys can look at that yourself, but basically it says what this is doing is it's saying use webdings, but if they don't have webdings, default to their default sans-serif font. And sans-serif is basically like a family of a bunch of different fonts. There's Arial, Helvetica, Arial Black, Bookman, old style is a serif, and then there's cursive, monospace, a couple of monospaces. There's a lot of serif and sans-serif. Those are the normal ones. Sans-serif means that it doesn't have like a little if you look closely at this, we'll magnify in here a little bit, you can see that there's like these little pieces on the H that kind of hang out there, and that is something that is a serif. Sans-serif won't have these. It'll just be the letter without any of these decorative things on there. But anyways, so now that we've changed the font, let's add a semicolon there, we'll just press Control S and we can refresh this, and now we have our webdings in our font. Now just to reload this, oops, that is Google Chrome, and we want to avoid that way we can actually test this in all browsers, mainly because Internet Explorer sucks. In fact, I'm working on a website right now for my own, and Internet Explorer is being a pain in the butt. Anyways, so as you can see, you can completely change the font. Another one that I like, that I use often, is another type of sans-serif, and that is Helvetica. And if we look at our list, it's actually in the first one right here. It's used a lot, just I guess common. So yeah, I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's just Helvetica, or maybe there isn't a C before the T. Yeah, there isn't. My bad. Knew it looked funky. Okay, so now if we go into our Internet Explorer and refresh, we have hello. This is a paragraph, and as I said before, it doesn't have those little decorative siding things on it that kind of hang out there, and that's what a sans-serif is. A serif if we were to just get rid of all this and just leave serif in there, you'll be able to see what I mean. I'll just open this in another tab, that way we can kind of compare them back and forth. So there we go. This is the default serif font. This isn't Times New Roman, but it is serif. As you see, it has these little hinges on the side of it, and this one doesn't. So if you switch back and forth, you can kind of see the difference. The heading is a little bit more bold on this, along with the actual writing itself for Helvetica. That's why I like it. It's nice and smooth and bold, so it's easy for the person to read. And serif right here is kind of thin, which I guess the heading looks okay, but I don't like how it makes the paragraphs look. Anyways, because I'm not going to go over because I'm not going to go over all of the font families, I'm just going to put this link that I found in the description. You guys can check it out. There's a lot of fonts in here I've never really used before. For example, I've never used Courier New, I've never used Bookman Old Style, and stuff like that. So be sure to just experiment and see what you like the most, and I guess I'll be seeing you guys later.